A few words left on the page of a mother's notebook, found by her daughter after her death, leads the daughter to try and reconstruct the circumstances of how her parents met in their early married life. The mother was Dijon-born Maud Gonthier, daughter of a French civil servant who had died early. Maud's mother Nadine had dedicated her life to giving her daughter a proper upbringing on a small income, their annual holiday being a month spent at her affluent Aunt Germaine's country house, Le Gayladerie. There she meets Edward Harrison and his university friend David Tyler, son of the owner of an advertising agency. Edward had just come down from Cambridge University with vague plans to travel abroad. He had first gone to Paris, staying at a flat in the Rue Laugier belonging to friends of Tyler's. Then afterwards joined Tyler at Le Gayladerie. Tyler is a skillful womanizer who unthrows the repressed and inexperienced Maud and soon seduces her. Afterwards they leave for the flat in the Rue Laugier, accompanied by Edward, who realizes that Tyler will shortly abandon Maud. This happens when Tyler leaves abruptly to join another house party just as Maud discovers she is pregnant. Edward feels responsible for looking after Maud and proposes to her, then returns to England to complete arrangements. Earlier he had inherited a specialist bookshop in London and engaged Tom Cook to help him run it. Now he searches for a suitable flat in Dijon. Meanwhile, Maud miscarries and wishes to break her engagement, but her mother refuses to support her. From Nadine's viewpoint, only by marriage can Maud's reputation be saved. Once Maud and Edward marry, their relations are more like a partnership. Maud feels no passionate bond such as she experienced with Tyler but is grateful to Edward and prepared to play the part of a dutiful wife. Edward's physical relationship is passionate but he becomes increasingly frustrated that he cannot break through Maud's inherited reticence and channels his main energies into making a success of his business. Visiting Le Gayladerie on her own a few years later, Maud again meets Tyler and resists the temptation to resume their affair, realizing that the past cannot be recaptured in that way. Following several more early miscarriages, Maud's daughter Mary Françoise Maffei is born and Maud's physical and mental state goes into a decline for some years. Edward is delighted to be a father but is disappointed when Maffei seems to have inherited her mother's reticent nature and cannot return his affection as demonstratively as he would wish. With Maffei approaching adulthood, Edward conceals the symptoms of a brain tumor and suddenly dies, followed by Maud's slower decline. Uddharan Chinh. The reconstruction of their life, reliant on the handful of names jotted on only one page of the inherited notebook, makes of Maffei an unreliable narrator. As she admits, now she prepares to sell the bookshop and join Nadine in Dijon before, perhaps, making the independent future for herself which her parents had been denied by circumstances.